All right, just going to start off with an opening statement from your coach about the game.
Well, I'm just super excited for our team and to have played, I wouldn't say that we played an incredibly clean game on the offensive end. We were pretty spectacular on the defensive end, and against a team that, when I look at them, they seem to have, they have great personnel and they have great bodies. They seem a little bigger than us in most spots on the floor. They run a great system. And I just thought we really, in the half court, guarded them unbelievably well and made things difficult. And once we got I felt like our offense would come around, and I don't know that it really did the entire night, but we had some key players make some really big shots, including Mandy Carrico, who came in off the bench and scored well for us. And again, just had enough momentum and enough good things happen for us in the second half to let us get an incredible win for us.
And that was definitely a physical game, something you've kind of harped about your teams being here, trying to play more physical in those games.
Yeah, I'm sure Montana State probably thinks we were more physical than what happened, the foul count and all of that. So that'll be interesting to watch, 25-9. But I thought we played their personnel unbelievably well, and other than not guarding some three-point shooters, and we didn't do that well. We intended to very much guard their three, and we didn't play very well on that personnel. And I think that stat in and of itself, kept them in the game more than anything else. But their other players, a lot of times need the bounce and create some things off the dribble, and are taking charges and getting in gaps and getting fingertips on balls, and then pressuring some passing lanes really disrupted their offense. So I do think that their 28 turnovers is a huge stat, and I feel like we really got them in a bind a little bit on their offensive end.
And obviously Kiwi drew the straw of Carding Ferris tonight. Can you just talk about the job she did against a big-time player?
Yeah, who would have ever thought Kiana Williams would turn into the competitor and the utility player that she is for us right now. And what she was as a freshman, mere words can't describe her inability to, run up the court more than once without falling out. And she's just turned herself into she can take, kind of butt chewings and doesn't respond to that, and she takes on any challenge you ask her to. I've asked her to kind of do a maintenance program on the treadmill. I thought she should be doing that once or twice a week, just because I thought last year she ran out of steam a little bit, and I found out this week that she and Scotty went to the after practice went and did a treadmill workout, which I really didn't want Scotty to, but she did it for her teammate. But that just shows you she's so far advanced in what she wants to do for this team, her commitment to this team, and her sacrifice that she's making, and it shows through not just on the stat sheet. 8 points is great, 10 rebounds is great, but what she did guarding Ferris and many, many other things that she did on the defensive end, we'll all notice. I don't know that the fans will.
And obviously that first quarter, was it just simply the shots weren't falling, or was Montana State kind of doing something to slow the team down?
Well, I think they play, they had a system too. They go under a lot of on balls, and we're not used to that as much. We've played a lot of people that have pressured us on balls a little bit more, and so you have to, as an offensive player, pick and choose, stepping behind them going under and making shots. And I thought we took some of those that were probably not the best shots to take. And I think we were hyped up. I think we were really super excited to play. And I just think we had to work through some nerves. But again, it has a lot to do with their bodies. They're good at what they do, and you think you have something, but you really don't. When you start driving it, you think you have the shot, and you second guess yourself, and now you're out of rhythm. It's just they're a good defensive team, and they make you take, they make you second guess what you're trying to do. And it took us a while, I think, to get a little bit more effective to score against it. But I feel like that, I hope that's a low for us, having 7 points at the first quarter. But I couldn't be happier for us than just to respond the way we did against a team that came out and put us down, and then we responded. And then again in the third quarter, they came back on us in the third quarter, and we responded again.
And obviously, been with the team that's gone on a run before, like this team is now. What's this team got to do to continue to move ahead and build upon this run?
Well, I just love this team's makeup, and I think they're young, so they're loving every minute that's going on around them. But they'll be young tomorrow when we practice. We're going to practice tomorrow, and they'll come in probably sleepy or whatever. You know, they're still very in the moment, and they're not getting ahead of themselves. I know that. You know, Montana State is still the defending champion of this league. I know they don't hand out trophies after 6 games. We just talked about 6 games should be in our rearview mirror. You know, a really small part of it, and the big thing about those 6 games is it should give us some confidence. We've played different styles and found ways to win those games, and now we just take that experience and that confidence, and we have to go on the road. Our schedule gets a little tougher now, and we have to you know, play at a very difficult place to win at Idaho State and Weber. Both are really good teams, so you got to just learn how to get a little bit better and take consistency on the road. And I know this team will bounce back and respond well, and they want to be a little bit better tomorrow than they were today, and that's all we ask of them every single day.